Alright, greetings and salutations, everyone. Welcome to. Let's make sure that that's unhosted. Make sure this is whatever. Make sure everything's correct. Over on Twitch. Yeah, looks good. Looks real good. Alright. Greetings and salutations, y'all. Welcome to today's DDO stream. We are level 12 on our Fire Cleric Mutt here. Hey, good morning, Smash. Welcome. And, yeah, we're not really awake yet. My tea is sitting here percolating. I've yet to have a big old drink of tea. Haven't taken any vitamins or anything yet this morning. So, let's just say I haven't been exactly the most responsible human being already this morning. I got, like, pretty reasonable amount of sleep for me, actually. About 4.5, 5 hours, which is pretty good this week. Considering until Wednesday, I think I had less than 10 hours of sleep from Saturday or till Sunday to Thursday. So yeah, much better today. I think we already fired that off. Let's fire it off again. So we're level 12. That means I'm cranking through the 10s. And my favorite 10 to do is always Tempest Spine. But there's something you always got to keep in mind at Tempest Spine: strength score. So I think we need to grab a strength item before we run off to doing things. You're having lemon Larox with extra lemon flavor. I do not know what those words mean. Lyman Lacroix. Lacroix? So what is going to be my strength item? What's an easy swap? I don't need it for very long. I just need long enough to like pull some things. LaCroix. Yeah, what I like to do with my LaCroix, like the lemon or the lime, is I like to put a little lemon or lime in it. It really kicks it up a notch. Where was a quick and easy strength item? There we go. 5 plus 18 is going to be 23. Yeah, that's probably still the easiest swap, right? Yeah, that's the easiest swap for like 2 seconds of opening a lever. That does mean I think we're going to need some rage potions, perhaps. I don't remember what the number... I think the number is 25. We're going to need that at a couple of places. We can do like rage potions. We can do some other stuff. Yeah, I mean, that's... Like I said, I like the LaCroix. It took a while to get used to the flavor, but especially if you're a soda drinker, if you can get rid of the soda out of your life, you'll be happier. So we'll have to go run to pick up something. Like I said, I think we can get away with rage potions. We could also grab some... brain processing. You can also try a little the store pots as well. Yeah, that might be better. You went non-soda 3 weeks ago? Congratulations, man. You're almost there. If you can make it to, like, what is it? They say 30 days to make a new habit. If you can make it 30 days, then you can do anything. The other thing you can do is, I don't know if you've heard about this stuff. I've heard about it, but I've not tried it. But they have monk fruit sweetener. I think you can get a liquid. Yeah. The thing about monk fruit is it, I guess, like all sweeteners, make you hungry. Like when you have something sweet, you want to keep going. But it's kind of pricey. Here's like $30 for 8 ounces. And you just apparently a little bit, just a little makes a difference. So if you need a little bit of sweetness in your life, apparently this monk fruit stuff does an amazing job. It doesn't raise your blood sugar. It doesn't have any calories in it, etc., etc. So I haven't tried any yet. But yeah, the LaCroix really helps having something bubbly. And then, like I said, you put a little bit of lemon juice or lime juice or both. Really kicks it up a notch. All right, let's grab like 2 of these, I guess. I really don't need that many strength potions. I think that'll be enough. I think that'll get us where we need to go. Just a little bit. So this should be relatively straightforward, I think, over here for Tempest Spine. I like doing Tempest Spine. I like doing it as part of my rotation. Any of the raids that you can basically solo is a notch in your cap, as far as I'm concerned. And soloing the raid is not necessarily something every single build needs to be able to do, but this is always nice. Oh, they had LaCroix last time. It was really surprised. Yeah, they're around. They're around. They also have a bunch of other flavors. Like right now, my family's really drinking a lot of the orange flavor. Would recommend it to people if they were interested. You know, the taste is very, very subtle, but if you can just pop it with a little bit of, again, the lemon and lime I think are the best for this, but like a little extra pop of the juice. The other thing you can do, specifically with like a lime, if you have like a bigger cup, like this guy, you can put what is it? Quarter cup, I think, give or take, a quarter cup of apple cider vinegar in with the lime and some lime juice and a little bit of pink sea salt. But basically what you're trying to do is you're trying to make like your own energy drink. And you can use like cream of tartar. Like you can really put together a drink that has a lot of very good benefits for your stomach with not too much effort. Alright, I'm gonna have my drink now. Oh yeah. So the other thing that I'm gonna let you guys know about is I'm gonna be playing a little bit of Dungeons and Dragons, specifically on the hardcore server, without streaming it today. We might record it and upload it as its own video. Haven't decided. That doesn't sound bad, but I only get like about an hour or so today to team up with the other hardcore server people. I could jump over there now, but they're not ready. They won't be ready until, what was it, 5 or 6 my time, I think 5 my time, which means that It's going to give me about an hour, maybe an hour and 15 minutes at most. Oh, excuse me. To kind of help or play with those guys. Yeah, you're always welcome to share with me here. Good morning, Gore. Let's drop one of these. Let's drop one of those. Drop this guy. And then also the thing to keep in mind is that the stream may end semi-abruptly today. The mother-in-law's getting her car worked on, and I wasn't supposed to, but my wife asked me if I could run her, when she dropped it off at 8 o'clock this morning, she wanted to know if I could take her home. And as I had literally fallen asleep around 5 o'clock that morning, the answer was, or this morning was no. But I'll have to help her out this afternoon, I think. Assuming that her car is done in a semi-timely fashion. I did see that you reached out to Jerry and you're on the list or whatever, right? There are plenty of time slots available. I also heard that the Blondie had to jump out. Yeah, Psycho Blonde. Hey, good morning, Gore. Heard she had to, she just had too many things going on and something had to go. So, DDO's stream was the thing that had to go. Which, it happens. I'm so used to hitting that 2 button as part of my rotation, I just re-healed that golem. Such an idiot. Yeah, you know, it sucks when you lose somebody like that, but at the same time, like, it's good that it's a situation where you can get things switched around, you know? Alright, I'm gonna go pull fire way back. And then we'll drop fire and we'll run it cold. Give me a second, we'll pull this way back. Well, and again, there's nothing eventually saying that she can't come back or when her schedule's a little bit more forgiving. I mean, that's just it. That is the big perk in my mind, right? Is that you're not committed. It's not a, you know, you're not like on a 5-year plan or something. Alright, heading to fire, or heading to cold. But that's a time slot now that People are used to having a DDO stream on, stuff like that, so like there's an opportunity there that somebody could like use that time slot and already have a semi filled in a semi ready to go audience, I guess, maybe. I have a couple of mass buffy things. Whatever, I'll buff at the shrine. That's what I do, my friend. That's what I do. I try to be there and answer people's questions. No, that one's probably not necessary. Weep. Weep. Oh man, I'm hungry. I was getting hungry last night when I decided I should try to go to bed. I wasn't expecting to kind of wake up with the hunger. Well, again, not every stream has to be your Q&A stream, you know what I mean? Like, there are plenty of streams that are just people playing, hanging out, having fun. And there's always going to be at least one person out there who is not as knowledgeable as you, and you know, maybe you help them, maybe you answer one of the questions for them, and they get to really appreciate it. So with Gore here, I suspect this build is going to start to shine. So one of the things that I was lamenting yesterday playing this build was the fact that... Oh, let me kill this thing for you. Was that... with a rune arm, you have to stand still and let the thing charge, right? And that I only have this much... Switch this. I only have so much in the way of the ability to do that, the ability to stand still and let a rune arm charge, because I just don't have any crowd control except for my sound burst. But Gore, on the other hand, Gore is filled with crowd control. DCs are not like what mine are at, but still better than... Having more options is better than having less options, so I'm pretty pleased he's around when it comes to trying to use my rune arm. And I don't think the DCs are terrible. Like, we're catching stuff at a pretty reasonable rate. By we, I mean Gore. Actually, I'm going to go ahead and kill that beholder before I shrine, just in case. I don't think it'll be a problem, but just in case. Gorgeous murdered that guy. That's good. That's real good.
They just shrine it, I just need a second to get up and grab some. I was up early, and then I got all ready, and I thought, oh shoot, it's not 10 o'clock today, it's 11, right?
Yep. I mean, it's almost never 10 o'clock.
So I was kind of dozing off me, but I'll be right back.
Sounds strong. Alright, so we're going to switch to our native energy rune arm. We actually should be more than capable here for the next bit of this quest. Do I care about... Nah, I don't think I care about those things. Alright, so now we're just basically going to sit here and stay healed. Just park up against this wall, stay healed, and just shoot this guy with our rune arm. You notice, here we go, now he's a little bit further away. You notice he's taking all of the damage from that rune arm. So this will go a lot quicker than what, last week when we knocked this one out. So we'll stand here, we'll heal up, we'll fire off our rune arm. We'll do a couple hundred damage every just a little bit. Make sure we don't get thrown too far. Try to heal, but it was too slow. Make sure you don't take... Oh, you do also take light damage, so... Come on, I guess we're going to be able to really hit this guy. We were victorious with the loss of but one. Alright, where is my red scrolls? There they are. Lost aggro when I got thrown up in the air. When I lost aggro, Gore got it. You don't want any gleaming adamantine plate, right?
No, thank you.
Actually, really like it. It's a solid armor. I just don't know when I would use it anymore. I guess I'd use it at level 10. Or level 8, I mean. but I just don't know on what build right now. Alright. See, what else is left at level 10 here? We got lots of sweet stuff. Are you still looking for junk from Black and Blue or the newcomers?
I can't remember. No, I think I have 4 characters over here now. I didn't have time to check around here.
That's fine. I just didn't remember if it's just a hardcore server you have a hard up for that orb or something, or if it's over here as well. I couldn't recall.
Yeah, it was just a hardcore, but then got the belt after that, so it was cool.
Lame. Okay. Well then, really, we can. I'm just on 10, so we have Reclamation and whatever the other one is called, Jewel. Those are both pretty good ones. We have Hips, Newcomers, Black and Blue. We can even do Hips or Head of Golafon and the other one, but I have to switch characters and do a share. So let me know what you're into, and that's what we'll knock out.
Whatever XP gets you to do it in chain 2. Raven left as soon as possible. So I think
Yeah, I'd like to save chain 2 for next time. Did you need chain 1 or are you already good?
Yeah, I already did chain 1.
Okay, good.
I was thinking about joining last night, but I fell asleep.
That's fine. No big.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Well, in that case, let's just do the House K quest then, really quickly. Yeah, I like to save chain 2 until I'm level 13. And then I tend to get really excited and just do chain 4. Because reasons, but mostly reason is that it takes you into Giant Hold, and then Giant Hold is basically slides you into the end of the leveling process. Alright, so this time I want to make sure that I remember to ride over to the cave before I just jump in, so I pick up that Explore Zone, so I don't have to go back by it again later. There's no reason to double up. So many spells to cast. So hitting in with a couple of these. Oh, he lived. That's malarkey. You know what? Bring all that crap in here. There we go. go. Perfect. This will work. Go for the famine. You don't want to get AoE'd. I gotta heal real fast. I duck back for a moment. Alright, Alright, shadows down. Big guys down. Oh, no wonder we took so much damage. Oh, sure. Keep forgetting this is not a ray. Soulless, huh? Oh, that sucks. All right. Next room. Oh, no, we missed some breakables over here. Man, a mushroom. Can't forget that. Need all those things. All right. Fragmente. Alright, I'm gonna blow my nose again really fast. So I think it finally stopped raining here. Which means tomorrow, hopefully, I'll be able to start on the getting the yards back under control. My neighbors went out on Sunday and mowed. I was busy working on the bus, so I was not out mowing. So I've got 2 weeks of grass growth basically, and man, my yard is getting there. It is trying to find the out of control button for sure. Alright, I'm going to go up just a little bit and find a good spot to put a firewall. Probably right here. line up some doubles. Ugh, not if they move. Not if they move. I'm actually a little bit surprised that I'm playing this morning, to be honest. I figure today could have been a day that I blew off the stream to watch Umbrella Academy pretty easily. I think that's not an unreasonable likelihood. A strong number or a strong percentage of the time. So yeah, I think we should all be extra appreciative of the stream this morning. I just finished breaking the breakables in there. Bring him this way. Oh, I stunned that one. Like a chump. Oh yes, firewall. Oh yes, firewall plus web action. Alright, again we'll go right up here on the top of this stair. Middle of the stair, wherever it turns out to be. Let Gore eat that if he wants it. He might not feel like he needs it. Ran past some boxes that I didn't break like a real hero. What rune arm are you using? I'm using Blight Inferno, which is not my favorite rune arm, but it's the only one that has this quality combustion on it. So it's the highest possible fire spell power I basically can get my hands on around this level, 335. So, as a fire cleric, you use the higher of your light or your fire spell power for your light or fire spells, which basically means that you want as much one or the other you can cram in. And for a cleric, I'm pretty sure the best way you can go is fire. It's not fire until or before level 10, but after level 10 it is for sure. Also, it looks like these universal spell power do add directly, so it works out. Also, good morning, Zip. It's a Ravenloft drop. I'm not. I think it's the one. Mad Tea Party. I think, but I'm not 1,000% sure. Because the two Ravenloft rune arms are Mad Tea Party and the wines. I'm not 1,000% sure which one. Alright, I see a web. Whoa, taking some damages. Throw some heals. That's okay. We want those damages. As we can take the hits. No, gravity, you B word. Sorry, I got dropped on the ground. Rubble. I really need to trim my mustache, but it's probably not going to have time to do today. It's at that awkward stage where it like wants to touch my lips. I hate that. I hate it. Alright, looks all good.
Scaffolding and heavy reinforcement make it clear that this area is of high value to the Origami.
You may notice that I just got a stone skin proc as people were shooting at me. That is due to the Greater Stalwart Trinket we get from the pirate event in Kenwood Cove. Or sorry, Kenwood Cove, Crystal Cove. It's probably my most used trinket. Like, it's so often gets plugged into the default slot on in a lot of situations for me. I always recommend that you take a couple hours and craft one if you don't have one. And reasons like that, like you literally just saw, is part of the reason why I suggest it. Because I literally just stood there and blew my nose and people shot at me and I took no damage. So, it's pretty strong. For a level 4 trinket. Also, what? 10 hit points, 10 extra stacking, fortification. Yeah, it does a lot. It's a lot of value. Also, good morning to you, Zipper. Hey, I just want to remind everybody, if you're watching and you're not currently subscribed on YouTube, do me a solid, jump over there and hit that button, would you? It doesn't have to be right now, but in the next couple of days, whatever. We crossed the 300 subscriber mark finally on YouTube. So now we only have another 700 people to go. So if we can get to 1,000 subscribers over on the YouTube side, that would really make my day. I don't think Archons are immune to getting murdered. This guy dropped his sack. Oh, he dropped his poo. That's sweet of him. This guy's an undeclared champ. Elemental! Alright, he got wrecked. And you dropped a fragment. Oh, looky there, we found a key. No, this is probably value. You can probably firewall there. Grab a silver key. We will go ahead and check this, what I think of as Cave 2. Just to be on the safe side, but I suspect we're probably good to go to Cave 1. Let's get this. Oh, back here. He thingied. Oh, firewall. Keep in mind, I'm just tabbing around looking for the chest. If we get 5 or 6 or 7 trolls chasing us, then I'll turn around and firewall. Until then, I just don't care. Okay, that's all the way around. I'm going to start checking the caves on the ground floor. Ooh, actually, there's a champ. We'll kill a champ really fast. Oh, yep, fragment. It is. Oh, no chest in this cave. I missed a treasure bag. Oh. 2 treasure bags. Oh my gosh. You know I'm gonna have to go back up there and get those treasure bags. No, Gore made them mad, so I guess we're killing this room. Bonus chest over here as well. Alright, yeah, I think we can... I'm going to collect those treasure bags and I think we can de-door. You know me, I can't leave treasure bags. There could be experience potions in them there, treasure bags. There's one over here, and one over here. It didn't happen to be in that one, but there could be one in this one. Never know until we go pick it up. Ah, also not a treasure bag, or XP pot. Alright, we can de-door whenever you're ready. As I predicted, nothing in that second cave. I usually find that there's in the second cave there's a key either on the way or in there, then there's not going to be another one. There can be, I have seen situations where they do put 2 keys in the same area, so I still check, but it is not the most common now. Not this way. Plaguey behind you. Starting to get a little bit concerned here that I'm not seeing the second chest anywhere. I think there's a couple of offshoot caves. So it is possible that it could be an offshoot cave here in, again, what I like to think of as Tunnel 1. But it does not seem particularly likely at this point. Sorry about that. Coffee sneezy hacky, so you don't have to stream. Look at that. Alright. Oh boy. Gore decided to find some real danger. Why was Coffee sneezy hacking my face off? Another treasure bag. Looks like a loot chest up here, probably from the optional. Yeah, we're still missing our second key. I don't know where that. Oh, maybe it was a. It was a champ chest actually. Yeah, it was a champ chest. Wow, in a situation where the other key is actually going to end up being in the stupid maze, both keys in the maze. Alright, I'll take a look. Let Gore finish exploring this big room. Yeah, I found it. They were both in the maze. I've seen this happen so rarely that they're both in the maze that I didn't even think about it that it could have happened. I feel like as much as I've done this quest, it's gotta be. It's more than 12 times over the last, 14 years of playing this game. I would be really, really surprised. It just feels like it doesn't happen very much at all. Anyway, oh man, we're 3 trolls away from doing this optional also. Are you shrining here? Okay, I'll wait for you. I'm gonna buff you slightly before I shrine. Also, for those of you who don't know, today is Jerry's birthday, aka Cordovan. So if you want to shoot him some birthday well wishes, I'm sure he would appreciate it. I mean, typically what I just do is I send people a ha ha ha, you're old now thing, but people can do other stuff instead. Like, that's also okay. You guys also might notice that I get a big old twofer out of the fire. I'm not 100% sure if this is considered a spell for purposes of increasing the fire damage on the proc from the half-elf dilettante. But I know that it does scale with spell power. So by making the switch to fire over light guarantees that is getting bigger as well. Again, there's no reason to invest in multiple spell powers. Or at least not damaging spell powers for this build. Or other fire cleric builds. Alright, I'm going to put the firewall like up in the top up here. I'm actually going to do two things. I'm going to go get the collectible. And then if you're still in the quest... Oh, you're not. Alright, never mind. Let's say if you're still in the quest, I'll take a detour after I get this collectible. And go back and hit these last three scrag. But he's already gone, so...
Oh, yeah, I did.
So I'm not going to run all the way through the quest for like 1,000 experience points. Probably 800 experience points. I will run all over the God's Green Earth for Adventure Pack, though. Then I'm also going to go ahead and ride around and grab, not necessarily every Explore Zone, but I'm going to grab a bunch of them here. I do like getting them all, because this is one of the Explore areas that I really enjoy. Not sure why. Maybe just because it's... I don't know. Another good tier where the explorers go up quite a bit and the challenge stays about the same. Again, it's just a really good one for running through and not stopping and clearing.
Yeah, back in the day was one of my favorites. It's, you know, you're at the beach, you get to kill wild men. Huh.
You get to fight a dragon. Alright, well, at least talk to a dragon. Or at least tell a stupid kobold that he's a dragon. Something. Something about a dragon and a kobold. It's pretty good. But we're up to... Oh, actually took damage and we got knocked off our horse. I was going to say we're like maybe a minute into the Explorer Zone. Maybe. And we picked up 3,000, almost 4,000 experience for... You know, just walking through on some of the way back to the quest. It's often a very good rate of return for minimal effort on some of these Explorer Zones. And we're gonna have what, a handful that aren't ready to go. So we could even turn around, run back, and grab these other 6. Take us an extra minute, perhaps. And we're talking another 3,000 plus. I don't know what finishing them all is going to run. Yeah, we'll do that really fast. It takes pretty much nothing. Oh, this is kind of hot for people who don't have Shroud gear. Yeah, never mind. Throw it, or not Shroud gear. Ravenloft. Throw that in the trash pile then. All right, so we have left. We have the gazebo. We have yeah, we just have a couple of things on the other side. Where did I even go? Okay, I ran past the gazebo. We'll get that cave on the way back. We gotta come get these fingers. These fingers are the ones that are a little bit further away. Gazebo! Yeah, I will always love that particular comic, Knights of the Dinner Table. If you guys have not read Knights of the Dinner Table, you definitely want to check it out. It's one of the greatest Dungeons and Dragons / Hackmaster adventures ever, or comics ever. There you go. So that took us what, maybe 3 minutes to grab 8,000 experience points, almost 9,000 experience points. Like that's a pretty reasonable rate of return. All right. You want hips, newcomers, black or blue, Chamber of Raiment. Although we could do that one level over. It's not the end of the world.
I'm at rank 66. Where are you?
59. I don't bank levels on Sam anymore. Unless I happen to end up in a place where I just want to do stuff like... Often you end up banking stuff around... No, not Ravenloft, Sharn, because there's so many quests right there. These are actually pretty good. I might keep those for now.
So I think I'm good for like another 3 ranks before I get 3 or 4.
Couple. Alright, let's do hips because it's the quickest, and then we can take a look at the 2 dragon quests. And we'll see where we're at. What time is it? It's noon? Yeah, we got time. We got time. Alright, let's see. I think we want to top up this. I think we want to make sure that this guy's maxed. Yeah, that seems good. My phone keeps tripping, but not with people becoming subscribers over at YouTube. YouTube videos are coming out, but that's similar. It's basically the same thing, except not quite. Twilight Forge. Alright, for people who don't know, you want to jump up this wall of boxes, then over. I was slightly too close. And then what that's going to let you do is it's going to let you disarm this control panel. And then what that does, again I was still slightly too close, is it disables this trap over here so you can disable this control panel. This is actually one of the more clever traps, I believe, in DDO, in my opinion. I wish they would do more stuff like that. Funerally token. That's not what I was looking for. See whatever trap bonus we basically pick up along the way. Doors behind us. Usually I basically just zerg through this and not worry about the traps, but check occasionally here. Box on this side? I don't know where it is. Found it. Alright, you're good. Wouldn't recommend being quite so bold through the hardcore server, though. Perhaps a little bit more caution on the hardcore. Of course, all those guys got stunned way back here, and the guy who I was targeting got sleepy way up here. Or got all the way up here before you got sleepy. Okay, remember a hard right. You can just ignore all this trash. A lot of people overthink hips. I'm sure it has to do with the fact that there's multiple things left. Multiple things going on in the quest, but really, it's not a complicated quest or anything like that. In fact, it's one of the shorter ones in my opinion. But a lot of people feel like it's confusing. Tag me while it's blowing my nose, scum. Oh, there's the thing we're looking for. Hey Sam, how we doing today? I'm doing pretty good. Mighty, how you doing today? Got a few hours of sleep. Not feeling too bad. Should be a trap somewhere right around here, right? Apparently not today. Sneaking away on the lunch break to check out the stream. How's the Mutt build? So the biggest problem with this build is that our crowd control basically consists of sound burst, which is good. It's a very good crowd control spell. Wow, we're actually gonna be in trouble. Let's go here and eat a ham. Actually, I have to slow down and pay attention to what I'm doing. But it's difficult firing off the rune arm reliably because you have to charge a rune arm for it to work. Which means you have to stand still. This is not a build that wants to stand still. It wants to... No, we got dead. Got pinged by that trap. Alright, I think I can gibbers underwater. Oh, apparently not. Can I jump? Huh. Alright, well, apparently I cannot do anything. So, I still my free cake? I do. Alright. I'll free cake here. Oh, it wasn't your fault. I just didn't quite go to the right spot. Wasn't paying that close of attention. I'm used to being able to like swim towards the top of the tunnel and not take damage, but that's not a thing that happens on a fire cleric. You're gonna take damage no matter where you go. I could have actually fired off this diplomatic immunity. And that would have given me 25% less damage. That probably would have been a good thing to do. Besides, isn't that what everybody wants to see? Everyone wants to watch the streamer get killed. Don't act like that's not the case. Only if it's Jerry. Yeah, I don't think people want to watch Jerry get killed. I just think it is a thing that happens. It's like water's wet, Jerry's gonna die in DDO.
You know, I don't want him to die because I want answers to questions, and when he dies, it takes time to...
Yeah, I don't know how many questions he actually gets to answer anymore. Seems like not very many. Every once in a while he still gets to do something, I guess. Even with the death, yeah, I don't know. I should have slowed down and went through that tunnel a little bit more careful, I guess. Alright, I'm gonna go re-ship buff here after turning this in. Ugh. After returning this in, we go ship buff. Then we'll hit the dragon quest, I guess. I'm not following a template. This is basically a big ol' Mutt. I've done similar things in the past. The main difference is I'm splashing 2 levels of Arty because I lost the voting. I didn't lose the voting. Somebody else won the voting. But it's a way to add like rogue skills and a little bit of extra damage that doesn't involve your spell pool by having the Arty levels in here, which can be good. Can be strong. But to maximize your fire DPS, your fire spell power, in my opinion, you want to use a Light Inferno Rune Arm, which is a cone effect, which means Not only do you have to stand still to charge up your rune arm, you have to stand still next to enemies to be able to use your rune arm. Which means that crowd control effects are extra important to you. But unlike a wizard where that's doing a similar build wizard instead of Arty, you don't have access to web, you don't have access to dancing ball. You literally only have sound burst. And sound burst is great, but it doesn't hit everything. I will do a build review video at the end of the life. And I'll probably be very positive about it because it is a good build for grouping. Like, the difference between what Gore and I are doing are very, very similar. And if I didn't want to use the rune arm as a rune arm, if I just wanted to use it as an orb, for example, it would be very strong. But if you want to use the rune arm as a rune arm, it really messes you up. Running and gunning. The other problem is there's not a lot of AoE effects until later. I'm in, by the way. So we didn't get an AoE effect until level 10, and that's Firewall, other than Sound Burst. And you don't really want to have Sound Burst be your DPS spell. The other challenge with this build, for me anyway, if you want a set, you're looking at the Beacon of Magic set because you really want to have the fire belts running. To boost your fire spell power the most. I'm trying to think what else you could say about the build. I've played versions of this build that were melee DPS. That's okay, but a different style. Oh, that was good placement on that firewall. I think it basically is an SLA powered build that happens to be I have a really slow firewall. It's a great firewall, but it's slow. But you get in a group where somebody else can do crowd control. I'm gonna get 2 piles at a time, by the way, in case you haven't figured it out in this quest yet.
Yeah.
Firewall's on a 30-second timer, so I have to really maximize how big of a group get in it. You also have the advantage of being a warlock dilettante because you're a half elf in my situation, which means that you're getting a little extra fire love here and there. I have the one group here. I don't know. The flaws in the build are quite flawed. I'm tempted, and I haven't decided for sure if I'm going to do it or not. But I think there's a spot, not next level, but maybe the level after. I'm going to take a wizard level, and that's going to really help. Chest is locked. We'll unlock it. We didn't become adventurers not to loot treasure. What else? What else about this build? It's probably not a first life build. Guess I should mention that. It's DC. It is heavily relying on, because its only real crowd control is, like I said, sound burst. It's heavily relying on getting your sound burst DC as high as possible. Which means wizard pass lives. It means meta magic. It means action points. It means a lot of oomph in it. Yeah, see, when I'm given a challenge like this, or people vote for a build, and when they vote for caster, then I make it a caster. You know, people didn't say, "Oh, Sam, please build me an inquisitive-based fire cleric." There's like, "No, make me a fire cleric. I want to see a fire cleric."
Yeah.
You know, people don't go, "Hey, could you please spend 41 points in the inquisitive tree and then put it in glue whatever race and class in there that you need to do?" Like, yes, I can do that. However, that doesn't feel like in the spirit of what people asked for. Alright, I'm going to clear the next wave and then get moving. It is a good... Again, if you running and gunning, it's very good. Like I said, its biggest problem is that I'm not going to be able to get Blade Barrier until next level. Because of the Arty levels. Two Arty levels in a build like this slows you way down. And again, I'm a person that loves Rune Arms. But because Blade Barrier is so important, Blade Barrier, Firewall, Flame Strike, those AoE things are all crazy. Just two. I'm tempted to add a wizard level just because of the meta magic feat, and a couple of the spells. The problem is that I do plan on going back to heavy armor as soon as I can get away with it, and then that kind of puts a cramp on the wizard spells. Yeah. But that would give us access to low-level jump spell. That would give us access to an AoE break, like box breaking spell. I can't think of what it's called right off the top of my head. It would give us a meta magic feat. Not that we need a cleave, but it would give us a cleave.
One of the fiercest lizard folk has made this room into its den. The creature has his menacing nature. The creature emits a guttural
Again, if you're interested in using your rune arm as a orb, you're fine. It really is only a problem if you want to use your rune arm as a rune arm. Bring them all the way back. Firewall's got 8 seconds left on it.
An enormous cavern opens before you. A raised platform can be seen on the far side. You pull the lever, and a distant platform suddenly begins moving.
But, I put on my astral projector and we just, like, wrecked Swordjack, for example. Eventually, Comet Fall will be fine. Oh, wait, do we just jump over here now? Just jump over here now. Again, I'm not as worried about the levels I haven't experienced. Like, oh shoot, am I gonna miss it? Like Vila, for example, he's doing a build that's kind of similar, but he put it on Iconic, I believe, and he's like, I don't like. Why are these problems? I'm like, because I'm leveling through those things. That's where I'm seeing. Like, I'm seeing these particular problems live, basically. Okay, well then, I guess we're gonna go like that. Oh, I missed! Dang it, I really thought I'd be able to get up there. Yeah, that's just it. The pains of leveling, that's a real... So, like, for the Fey Buckler, for example, we just did last life. I was able to solo R3s and not feel bad about it at all. Like, it felt totally fine. Here, why don't you go and I'll hit the lever.
Yeah, just be mindful of lagging when I jump.
You should not have to jump. I'll just throw the... Like I said, I'm going to hit the lever. As long as you, like, get up there and hang on.
Yeah, literally just jumping on that platform and stall in the air. Okay.
The door opens, releasing a sudden blast of moist air.
Only one group in this run? That's lame. Like, you could also use Greater Command, which would also be pretty good. But because you have, like, focusing on 2 spell schools, really not good for the build. I don't think I could pull off two spell schools very reliably.
Giantish ruins dominate this large clearing. You can hear the noise of small guns in the distance, but a magic barrier blocks exploration in that direction.
For slowed.
You also have to keep in mind that you're paying full price for your Light Bolt spell. Unlike a Favorite Soul where it's an SLA. So you have to be cognitive of your spell point needs for that. Yeah, I don't want to lower my spell DCs. So splashing 1 level doesn't affect your spell DCs on a cleric as much as like some other things. Plus, splashing 1 level of wizard gives you a meta magic, and it's definitely a heavy meta magic build because again we're talking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 SLAs right now. So you want as many meta magics that are good to apply to those SLAs, even if they're single target. In addition to that, you might be able to pick up 1 more someplace else here. Like, clearly if you took a wizard level, you'd be able to pick up Magic Missile SLA. I don't know if you need another one. But you could. I thought there was a Comet Fall SLA that you get as... Maybe that's a Favorite Soul. Probably is.
This passageway has collapsed, but a hole has been excavated to give access to the hallway below.
Whatever, I'm going this way. I like this way. Going to the second group. Reaper way back there. score likes trying to give me a heart attack. Fine, I'm gonna eat one of these now. My fasting? Technically not on Fridays and Saturdays. Fridays and Saturdays, I do not use a fasting window. That being said, I haven't eaten anything since what? 6 o'clock yesterday. So I am getting close to my usual wrapping up of the fasting period. Trying to have some craft beer seasonal bratwurst. Yeah, man, like I don't know what I'm gonna eat. I don't have a whole lot left in the house right now. I guess I have some ground turkey, or sorry, ground chicken, and a little bit of mozzarella. I said what I should have done is I should have made that. I don't know, there's like a pseudo bread type thing that I've been making. It's like 5 or 6 eggs, a block of cream cheese, a little bit of vanilla, and some mozzarella cheese, and then whatever proteins you like. Traps here somewhere. Yeah, you bake it up and it basically makes like a relatively thick bread. I kind of think of it like a crouton. Oh, you can also put, if you like, you can put almond flour or coconut flour in it. I do that sometimes. Not all the time, but a fair number of the time. Hey, I got hit by a melt acid arrow. Wow. That was too big of a damage boost.
-126.
Yeah, you... I was clicking on you to throw you a heal and you just melted. The other thing I'm going to be looking into, in fact, I think the wife talked about doing it today, was putting together a Thrive order, Thrive box, whatever you want to call it, and basically they have a bunch of keto-friendly foods. A lot of like mushroom noodles and stuff like that.
Do these guys always double spawn like this? I thought we cleared it all.
These guys only spawn once the lever is ready to be pulled.
Oh.
There's a group that spawns later. Just like there's a group that'll spawn inside this room. Speaking of, give me a minute. I'll clear this out. Oh dear Lord.
An unnatural pull radiates throughout the area, which is dominated by
So you piss off the champs, and then you just get murdered. Unfortunately, I cannot, like, take the aggro because I don't have any way to do that. Here, stand with me. Throw masses in the chain here.
Then a shrine pops up here then.
It's behind us.
Yeah. Okay. Be right back.
the gate to the west slides open, clearing the way into Dumalenthi's chamber.
See, the nice thing about the build is it's super mana efficient because it is so SLA driven. I don't know. Definitely some stuff that I'm not a huge fan on. Give Gore an extra second here to see if he makes it back. Go north. I'm gonna be able to slow that. I guess it does damage, doesn't it? Not like years of damage, but it does some damage.
Origami falls, releasing Dunalanthia from her magical convulsion.
Alright. I'm gonna reship buff and oh wait, do I need to reship buff? Did I die? I didn't die, so I don't need to reship buff. I guess we'll just do black and blue because we happen to be here. And then that'll give me enough experience to level. And before I do that though, I want to go do the level 10 desert quest.
The Chamber of Artemis assigned an agent named Erdmann to guard several powerful artifacts in this area. But Erdmann,
I actually have to talk to him first. I do.
you've been sent to find out what happened to him.
Very powerful. So powerful he got trapped by a rainbow.
An excited form behind the portal beckons you closer. Thick dust blankets this room. You spy
How thick of the dust could it really be if there's a bunch of people standing in here? Once in a while, I think DDO gets a little carried away. Ah, there's 7 people standing in this room. Super thick dust.
The room starts to emit a pale glow. It matches one of the 3 rooms on Erdmann's portal.
So many nuts.
Couple, 2, right? It's not bad. I'll take it. Oh man, my feet are so itchy.
A dormant room can be seen in the far corner of the stage.
There's the caster. See, that's the downside of this rune arm is like, if they're not within that cone, then we just stood there and charged it up for no reason. We can't really move because it drops off so quick because we don't have ranks in the tree yet. Let's go here. There on the firewall would be okay. Although, I will admit I ended up hitting the soundburst button instead of the firewall button earlier. Because classic like that. So instead of having a firewall ready for this fight, it's going to be on timer for a minute. And of course getting blocked real good. Speaking of running out of range of things, Gore also missed my mass heal. Oh, heartbeat levers.
Triggers for life when it is activated. Ergon thrives. At last I am free. I can sense that the path to the amphitheater has collapsed. Meet me near the cave. I will open it for you. The far end of this chamber seems to be sealed by a solid wall of stone. Ground rumbles and rocks
I like how this guy like bends over
the crumbling stones
and
of this
and
ruined amphitheater
bows, and the
are now
thing like pops open.
Is this deity gets for or something?
No, I think it's because his booty is very tight. And he's just able to like flex in that general direction.
The black dragon flies off, bellowing for help. Master, we were thwarted at the amphitheater. I'll secure the second artifact if you'll slowly stamp intruders. Ergon shouts. Quickly, into the passageway to the south. You'll find the second artifact at the end of several aqueducts.
Which guy? This guy's making it stinky. Actually, no. Welcome, Finley. Thanks for hanging out with us today. Appreciate you as always. Gore's like, I know you got spell points. Use them. Just heal me.
Well, that'll heal 3 heal spells. And it should be enough for the other if I need it.
So how does this build work? It's like a fire cleric blaster, but you're 2 levels behind on your spell progression. And if you can get things to stand still inside like a firewall or something long enough for you to fire off your rune arm, in this case I'm using the Blight Inferno, which is a I don't know, like a scorch, basically.
This huge artifact was constructed by the giants at another age. Small rock outcroppings poke above the flowing water.
If you can get the things to stand there, you can fire off scorches.
An ancient blue
But basically the challenge has been all day.
lightning from the creature strikes the water, instantly electrifying it.
It's getting things to stand still. As a solo build, I don't think it's a High Reaper build. As a group build, it seems fine. we're taking advantage of a lot of different effects and abilities that kind of work together to harmonize. They harmonize really well, to be really honest. Oh, that's the trap. Oh, that was the trap one. My spot didn't go off in time. I thought this was the scorpion one.
God, sweet.
Find the track. Yeah, well, I wouldn't have bothered to go here and collect this on the hardcore. Well, I probably would have. But on the hardcore, I would have. My spot would be much higher.
I think we were 13 when we did this one.
Yes. Maximum Reaper experience, not heroic experience. Now we're trying to like take it or use both, walk the line between both. But yeah, things like you know, things like the Warlock Dilettante really get a lot of advantage because we're so fire based. We have all the SLAs, so our single target DPS is really good. Our AoE target DPS is kind of bad. Although we did acquire Firewall at level 10, which certainly helps. And soon we'll be able to take Quicken, and that'll really help too. Quicken in the SLAs will be really good. Again, I'm fairly certain this is Scorpions. But
Yeah.
the last time I was fairly certain it was Scorpions, it turned out to be a blade trap that cut my head off, so... Also, because Gore brought this up a show or two ago, this is another quest where monsters die in the electricity.
Yeah. They're saving a little bit, but yeah, they're definitely having to get checked.
I don't know. I forget what quest we were doing, but we were talking about quests where the monsters still take damage from the traps. This is definitely another one. There's actually a significant number. I like rattled off a whole bunch while we were talking, and then later that night when I couldn't sleep, I mentally had like another, I don't know, 5 or 6 off the top of my head as well. So there's probably 30 or 40. Here's another trap. 30 or 40 quests where monsters take damage from the traps. I don't know if they take damage from that trap. Maybe if you set it off, they would. Alright, I'm going to go around the corner and clean up the rest of the trash. 12 seconds for firewall. It also happens to be that I have a guildie that's doing a similar build and is struggling. So I get to put this stuff out there for him in the event that he decides he wants to take a look at it. See if he gets to learn from my mistakes or if they're just gone into the ether. Look how fast that rune arm depowers.
The smell of ozone and the crackle of sparks immediately tell you that electricity pulses through the water ahead. Stone platforms in various stages of disrepair surround the aqueduct. You spot a set of 3 levers with signal crystals above them.
Like if this was a ranged rune arm, it would be very strong right here.
When this lever is pulled, a loud click reverberates off the walls of the aqueduct. The other levers are now at the top position. Lightning suddenly arches across the wall.
Alright, I'm gonna go get Ellery to pull the next one.
The hum of energy
So
pulses through
don't get in too far over your head.
the crystal begins to emit a glow.
Again, Ellery's a amazing tool for people who want to take the time to learn how to use your hirelings effectively. For everybody else, you know, still a good tool. Just they're both better and worse than a player character. Like, most of the time they do what you ask. Not always. Which is about the same rate, I feel, as a player character. Don't die, I'll be right there. See what I mean? See how they're all spread out? So how the sound bursts hit them at different times? Like, that guy should be in here getting firewalled, but is not. It's very aggravating. Alright, so something that Forehand showed me. Oh no, not this one. Some of these have a collectible hiding up on top. I haven't figured out which ones they are yet, obviously. Just fire off that. Do this one.
The second sigil flickers to life, and the magic barrier fades. The way to the artifact chamber is now clear.
You owe me a collectible, DDO. You're gonna give it to me. There you go. You know what sounds good? A chili dog. Like a really bad one from Sonic.
The imposing form is an
All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna pull them all back towards the front here.
My master has escaped and the second ritual is complete, says Gordon. There's just one loose end. Time to teach you a lesson.
He wants to teach us a lesson. Come on, a little bit closer. I think that's close enough. He's not going to walk any closer. Wow. Oh. Wow. I was not expecting that. Oh, and he jumped on Gore. Oh, Gore's down. Gore's eaten. Gore's dead in electricity. Alright. That's funny. I have to finish the dragon in the next, like, 5 seconds, or otherwise we're dead. Alright. Well, it's your turn to Remmie. He's like, never, sucker! Yeah, I didn't expect that 590 or whatever, 500 and whatever point hit there at the end. Whatever that was nasty. If I knew I was going to do that, I would have hit my big luck heal. But I didn't foresee that coming, so... Oh, I have a scales. You need a scales? Sure, you need a scales. Have a scales. Otherwise, it's just literally going to get fed into my sentient gem. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to grab the super fast desert desert quest, and then I think I'll level to 13 and then take off. Want to be sure to eat and take care of some things, and then I don't know if we're gonna stream it or if we're just gonna record it, but we're gonna be joining Nim and Dom on hardcore around 5 o'clock Central Standard Time. And that's basically so we can do some, it might be a little earlier for me, but we're going to do like a challenge. There's one challenge that we were trying really hard to succeed on the hardcore. So we have that challenge left, and then we're looking at whether or not we can successfully farm up boot materials on the hardcore to be able to do the Tower Despair raid. So if you guys happen to be playing on the hardcore server and have a bunch of those mats, I would not be ungrateful if you decided to send them my way. Again, Samus, also in the hardcore. And then if we get a chance to play this weekend, we'll come out and do the desert walk-up. So if we don't get a chance to play this weekend, we'll start that on Monday, I think. And basically the plan will be Monday, or during the weekdays, we'll probably be on the Sarlona, and then in the evenings, we will try to team up with Nim's group until they peace out, and then we'll work on probably come back to Sarlona. So it's going to be a hardcore sandwich with Sarlona breads for the next couple of days. If everything works out the way I'm hoping it will, we'll get to like level 23 or so, and then we'll start knocking out some more favor over on the hardcore league. Oh, excuse me. Excusey. I'm not sure why this quest is level 10 compared to the rest of them, but it is, so we're going to do it. Feels bad. This is where I wish that we were animal domain. Can you imagine turning and blowing up the dogs right there? That would have been glorious. There's like no dogs and they all... Alright. But Fire Domain I think is also quite good. Tripped. Alright, Karn Trooper down. Let's fire off our big heal because we remembered this time. I thought I saw a guy pop out. So just open the door. Boop. Boop. It's also possible if you're using a rune arm build that you want your turn sensitivity to be up slightly. I have not decided yet. On one hand, it would increase the amount of damage you're doing with like that rune arm. Oh, why am I bothering with that? Just kill it. Just turn it. Just turn everything. Oh yes, many turns. This guy has Death Ward, so we can't turn him. And an ironic twist of events, for those of you who don't know, but once you take this right here, Mighty Turning, if you turn something, it would instead be destroyed. So you can no longer, like, turn and freeze things in place. It automatically tries to destroy everything, which means if you didn't destroy them, because say they're death blocked, it basically makes them immune to your turns, which does not sound like what's intended to me. That's how it works. To me, it's like it should be destroyed if it can. If it can't, lock it down. Oh, it's telling me there was another setup. Oh, there we go. We found it. Look at us. We're pretty fortunate there. It's so fast. Negative level? You monster. Over here. Alright, well I think with that I'm going to level up and get something to eat. I'm ready, I'm hungry. So, let's take level 13. That's 100% going to be a cleric level. I should give us Bladeberry, I believe, if I remember my spell order correctly, which is something that we deeply would like to have access to. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Alright, level 13. I can't think of anything particularly off the top of my head that we want to have gear-wise for this build. I'm sure there's something. I also think we're going to put that point... actually... Yeah, no, I want to save that other point for Divine Empowerment here. We want that extra caster level. Yeah. Never mind. Alright, so let's take a quick second and look at some of the stats here. I know a lot of people are on again, off again interested in this build. So it's got a lot of good things going for it. It's got a lot of things that I think play-wise make it difficult. So why the bank is popular, and let's take a look. The first thing is because you're a fire cleric, you get to use your the higher of your fire or light spell power for your light or fire spells. So in this case, we are boosted up to 326 fire spell power. When we switched everything over, we were at something like 295 light spell power. And we made that switch basically in our situation at level 12? Level 11. Level 11 when we could wear the Burn Scar sash because we have a Diamond Vitality slotted in it. If you have a level 10 version, then you could make the switch at level 10. The important thing about it is that you still want to keep the light spell critical chance because you still are like 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 solid light spells through your SLAs. But you want to have the fire spell power here, and then you can do the universal spell power here and here. So those are that adds to your fire. The other thing to keep in mind is that no, thank you. You have spell sight. In this situation, I have it through the cloak, but you get the enhanced combustion here. You're getting the quality combustion as well as your regular combustion and your lure on your rune arm in this situation. And then in this case, I'm just really using the Flaming Form Post for insightful evocation, focus, and wizardry. You could stay with the Celestial Beacon if you'd like. If you're doing a lot of turning, you might get a little bit more value with this than the other thing. But this is +5? No, +4. So in my mind, it's still a little bit better, but not a lot better. It's close. It's close. But yeah, you're just like squeaking out every little point of fire damage you can because everything is based around that. Let's see. Other big disadvantage is that everything is fire-based or light-based. You only have those 2 really effective ways to do damage. But you can't strip fire immunities like a Tiefling can in the Warlock build. Or, sorry, in the Half-Elf build. If you had access to the ability to strip fire immunity, this build would be insane. But you don't. The other real advantage that really is great for when you're doing a fire Warlock Dilettante Half-Elf is that if you read the feat here, this does use your fire spell power, which I'm not sure if it will use your light spell power if it's higher. So it's just better, I think, to have that set up and not have to worry about it. Other than that, the build's pretty straightforward. Don't remove curse. Yeah, sure. Whatever, why not? Alright, we definitely want Blade Barrier. And I kind of want heal. Kind of don't want heal. Kind of do want heal. I think I'm going to let these first 2 go. Let's go heal. Switch those 2 around. And then I'm not sure exactly where I want Blade Barrier to go, but I guess we'll put it here for now. Comet Fall is also really strong. But with Blade Barrier, we don't necessarily want them to stand still, right? Now, with Blade Barrier, alright, tell you what, we'll try Comet Fall first. I don't think we need any SLAs on it right now because it's our biggest spell. Is this an evocation spell? It's a conjuration spell. That's part of the problem. Where Blade Barrier is an evocation spell. So all of our stuff works together on evocation spells, where conjuration doesn't get the same boost. So Comet Fall right now is a 36, where Blade Barrier is a 40. Oh, instead of heal? Yeah, but doing the solo Reaper stuff, I just want to be able to hit the button and spend less mana for it to be done. I feel like we're spending a lot of mana churning through the light spells to become healed. I could use the scrolls, but since the scrolls don't use spell power, it's not as mana efficient. Like I said, we'll try Comet Fall for now and see how we like it. I suspect because, again, you're talking at least 4 or 5 spell DC less. Probably not in love. we'll see. Anything else? Oh yeah, I was gonna look to see if there's any 13s just randomly. These bracers are really strong, but not as strong as this for now. Oh, we get rune arms, actually. So let's start grabbing rune arms here. I don't know what rune... Oh, we also need to grab this. I don't know what rune arms actually are going to matter. But just grab them. No harm in grabbing rune arms. We're just going to grab a bunch of them and get them out of here and put them in the bank if we're not going to use them. Quarantine is currently my favorite rune arm, by the way. This would give us a little bit of an option to intimidate, but I just don't think I have the skills to pull things off people. Yeah, okay. That's too low level. It's just poopy right now. I don't think we care about fireballing, although we could. Dumpster fire we'll switch into at level whatever, level 15. I don't think we care about that. We definitely don't care about ice. Do we care about impulse damage? We will if we start casting blade barriers, so we'll keep it around. And then, I thought we had another rune arm. Like a light spiral rune arm. Yeah, here it is. So this is a greater radiant rune arm from the DDO store. This one is crafted up as a sonic boosting item. I do a lot of like sonic, like Bard Arties. I really like the Bard Arty combination. So I don't think we're going to mess with this one. But we could. What could we do at this same level? Are we allowed to go to the CC planner now? Yesterday it was like crashing my web browser every time I try to go to the CC planner. So if we were to do a rune arm at this level for fire, go Fire Lord, go fire, and then insightful fire. We could go 87, 43, and 13. That's a big jump. That's a big ass jump. Because that would be... we would lose the quality, but we would go up 43 instead of 18. Yeah, that might be worth doing. Let's look at the DDO store and see if they happen to have like the greater fire rune arm. I'm just curious what's there. We could craft on something else, but I don't think we want to. Greater ice. Greater force. What's the greater force do? What kind of shot? I'm assuming it's going to be the one that like goes several shots out. I prefer this single target or fireball. There we go. So what's this one? Fully charged shot does 7 to blah blah blah. See, this should not be artificer level. This should be character level. Whatever. Let's just get it and look at it. I don't have this one, so... It's also a flame jet. This one's damage 3. This one's also damage 3. Fire blast. Corrupted fire shot. D6 plus 3? Yeah, it's the same. The only difference is that we could craft on the other one without breaking this one. Alright, let's give it a shot. Worst case scenario, what? We're out some crafting mats? Oh, God. Brain maggots are strong today. Sorry.
I'll see you around.
Alright, buddy, have a good day. We'll be back for streaming later tonight, obviously on the hardcore, and then... And by tonight, I mean this evening.
Sounds good. Take care.
Toodles. Alright, so we need level 13 shard. We need, you know, we probably could, if it's the same thing, we probably could have used a trial by fire. Yeah, we could have. Combustion. Saved ourselves some DDO points. Insightful combustion. And lore. That's alright. Extra slot, 13. Nope. Oh, I don't need to put the 13 in here. I forget that every time. Combustion. Insightful combustion. Alright, so our previous spell power was 326. Now with this it goes to 375. Yeah, that's a big boost difference. Alright. So I think we can let this one go as well for now. We still have the same fire type effect, which is not ideal, but it'll do. It'll do for now. So that means this only does a couple of things for us, right? Keep an eye on our spell points, and keep an eye on our spell power here. 375. Yeah, this is our spell point item at the moment, and also we actually get one more spell power from this. How? Oh, it's up 9 spellcast implement somehow? This is a 10 though. How did it go up 1? I don't understand. Oh, because this is mythic and this is not. Huh? Yeah, thank you, Mighty. We got there at the same time. Oh, man. Alright. Well, anyway, with that, everybody, I'm going to get out of here for the for a little bit. Like I said, I'll be back probably on Nim's stream and Dom's stream. I don't know if I'm going to record it or stream it. I'm probably just going to record it. So let's take a look and see who is streaming DDO. You know, if you're not already subscribed, please take a minute and hit the subscribe button for me. I'd really appreciate it, or follow button, whatever. And also, don't forget that you can help us out quite a bit with either, you know, if you would like to help us out for free, going over to youtube.com/SamusGrobo and subscribing over there on Facebook. Or, sorry, on... Oh, thanks, mate. Hey, V-Love. Going over to youtube.com/SamusGrobo, subscribing, helping us get to 1,000 subscribers. It's a great way to help us out for free. And of course, if you'd like to help us out financially, the best way to do that is patreon.com/Samus. $1 or $2 or $3 or $4 or whatever for you really adds up on my end. So for a cup of coffee a month, you can really help me out at patreon.com/Samus. Alright, everybody, with that, I'm going to get out of here. I honestly don't know any of these people. So I guess we're just going to raid the Dark Crusader. I don't know. I don't know, man. Dark Crusader away. Alright, like I said, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back on either Nim's stream or Dom's stream. And I think I'll probably record that and put it up on YouTube for you guys later. Alright, peace and much love. You guys have a great weekend if I don't see you. And we'll see you guys again soon. Toodles.